வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளம். Thank you, sir, for very good introductions. Dear friends, enlightened audience, I am glad to be with you today with part of work in the PDC course. Today I am going to talk about analysis of thought. Thought is the function of the mind. If you want to know all about the thought and its functions, we have to know about the mind first. It is wonder in the world. No man is without mind, but nobody has realized the mind fully to the extent to understand and follow the mind according to its wish. So, it is a very important subject for everybody to understand all about the thought and mind. Thought is nothing but a biomagnetic wave which is working in every living being. If I say biomagnetic wave, I have to explain what is biomagnetism. Everybody is having, but only few people know about the biomagnetic force. Already, perhaps you would have given some information about the God or gravity. Even gravity is God, that concept itself is not spread well to the understanding of all human beings. So, the gravity is a mighty principle. Only from its might, all the functions, attraction and repulsion, everything is going on. If there is one Shakti or one power, that is the portion of gravity. So, what is called God in all the religions with several names, that is the gravity. So now, gravity is beyond sensory perception. It is imperceptible. Then, what is it? So far in the world, the sciences have developed so much, and the philosophers came number even then. The word or concept of God is not clearly made to understand. Because what is gravity which is imperceptible The same is God in all religious textbooks. The time has come. Philosophy and science have to join together. So, for that, you all will be the beginners in the noble work of joining philosophy and science together. After all, what is the gravity at all? Gravity is imperceptible, that is known to all. Only because of that, science has not given much importance in the explanation about the gravity. Science will talk about the functions and the results. Beyond functions, which is not at all imperceptible, science will not go. Everything should be empirical. Then only the science will deal with it. What is such? Gravity is unlimited, imperceptible. It is highly transparent. If so, what will be that? A mighty principle in the universe from which everything is sorted. That is nothing but what we see everywhere. The space, pure space, is the gravity. If I say pure space is gravity, it is almighty, many people cannot believe it because they cannot understand that through the sensory perceptions or some other way. But I can give you one information. We cannot see the air, but we believe there is air because when it blows, even the big trees are falling. So that we know, oh, the air is mighty principle. Similarly, we all are living on the earth. How much weight will be the earth? Millions and millions of tons heavy. It is coming around the sun once in a year. At the same time, it spins itself once a day. What is the weight of the earth? Many millions of tons. Then, what will be the weight of sun? Now, some scientists have calculated 92 million times greater than the earth in weight. Now, we can imagine what will be the weight of both. Where are they? They are only in the sky, floating in the sky, floating and rolling and traveling in the sky. They are only in the sky, that is space. the space is nothingness. How can these two planets will travel? Not only these two planets, there are millions of the planets. All are in the sky. Huge space. They all are floating and traveling. From this, we have to use our sixth sense and find the space is a very, very, very heavy and great, mighty principle in the universe. The might of gravity is self-compressive surrounding pressure force. Because it is very, very, very large in volume, but it is a mighty principle where the might will go. That itself is precious. Therefore, the whole volume becomes dust particles. What we see, the space, as we see the air, which we cannot see the dust in it, but we can believe that. Similarly, the dust in the space is not seen, but it is. We can see, we can understand only by the actual happenings. The whole universe is floating only on the space. So, by its own might, it crushes itself, becomes dust. What we see, only the dust. Where are the dust particles? All are in the same gravity. That means every particle, dust particle, is surrounded by the same mighty principle. Thereby, every dust starts spinning itself by the surrounding pressure of the gravity. Here, what is the space? That is the space, and what is the matter there? It is only dust. Dust is the mini portion of gravity. What are the might in the gravity? All are within the dust also. So we see the dust and space together, we cannot separate. So, by the surrounding pressure around the dust, they group together. That what we see or understand as atom, imperishable energy particle. What is called the energy particle, that is believed as that is the minute portion of everything. But even that particle is having hundreds of dust particles in it. So, the space, gravity, and dust, and surrounding pressure, these all are making every dust as a powerful magnetic unit. So, in the whole universe, the dust particles are working as magnetism. We cannot see because our eyes are limited in the sense or understanding. It is beyond our sense. after a group, gathering into group, becoming atom, even in the atom, all the dust particles are having its own self-rotative force. Again, by the surrounding pressure, the atoms are joining together and make elements. Now, as we know, there are 92 elements, basic elements. How they are called? Only according to the number of energy particles in it, it is divided into 92. How the variation comes? Because every atom is having its own spinning force. According to the spinning speed, they come together or go away. By this, every element is having some number. At the same time, by their function, the spinning speed is more in the particle. They go away. Some of them go away from the group. Some of them are coming when it is very much reduced. So this is going on in the whole universe. So, where there is a mass or space, the pure, that is individual atoms are spreading and working everywhere. Because of their speed, the dust particles are getting more revolution, that is spinning action, and having repulsive force goes away from the group. That is the wave, magnetic wave, filled within the whole universe. According to the association, they transform into pressure, sound, light, and then taste. And when they transform into one, the knowing faculty also follows. So, even in 5 tanmatras, pressure, sound, light, smell and taste, the feeling faculty also is following. That is called mind. Mind is the 6th function of magnetic force. When before that they are transforming into pressure, sound, when they transform into pressure, sound, light, smell and taste, the dust has gone. It becomes a gravity and become one with the gravity. Therefore, what we see light, even though it is the working of dust, then when we see the light, when it transforms into the light, the dust has gone. Dust has become gravity. So, this is the magnetic force functioning in the whole universe without gap. So, the same is working in every mass. So, mass is only the association of energy particles. So now, each and every atom, the waves are coming out because of the particles, the dust particles are coming out. So, in every living being, the outgoing dust particles are making magnetic force, biomagnetic force, and it is working in a circulation manner. So when anything is having circulation, the center point will be intensified according to the specific gravity system. So in our body, the whole dust particles are working as wave. That magnetic wave is having intensity in the center, that is in the center of our body, which is called a genetic center, or in Tamil we call it as Karumayam. So from whatever the magnetic force is a charge that goes to the center, and whatever we perceive there, according to the perceived thing, it takes image and shape and consume or convert itself into that. So what we see, what we feel, all are the functions of the mind. So when we understand the mind and the genetic center is intensified magnetic, biomagnetic wave. So from that we can understand it is just like a Anakattu dam. It is a dam of magnetic force. That is genetic center. Only whatever charge, it goes to that place and gets intensified. Whatever we see, we enjoy anything there, according to the thing, it projects and takes the shape and image. At the same time, the basic force that is a genetic center is getting qualified according to that. So whatever we enjoy, whatever we do, whatever we think, all are getting qualified in the genetic center. This is from the birth up to the death. All are having the same. During that period, if a progeny comes, that takes as a Xerox copy, it becomes a capital for that child. From that day onwards, it adds, going on adding and adding. Similar to that. From the small creatures in the beginning, many million species have formed, one after the, one from other, like that. So finally, we are here. Within us, all the qualities of all the living beings are in the mind, and all the character, functioning faculty are in that body. So such is the wonderful functions of the body. Now, in the way of living, our mind is working with 10 kinds of action. Feeling, when it goes away through the skin, that is the feeling we get. That feeling is normal, we feel it is happy or so. If there is some stuck up, that gets a short circuit, we feel painful. Wherever you feel pain, that is a short circuit of our own biomagnetic force. So, this way, first feeling, then need. When any feeling comes, we have to adjust or balance. So, there is a need for that. From the need, zeal comes. After zeal, action comes. From action, a result comes. The result may be pain or pleasure or peace. And the result comes, then research, realization, conclusion, like that. 10 steps of the mental work is going on, all these. All the work, whatever it does, it qualifies the genetic center accordingly. So, when we see what we are, from the gravity, first dust started, then atom, then living beings, small creatures. From that creatures, millions of species, up to now, man. We have, everyone is having all the functions, characters of all the living beings on the world. But only some automatically, one of the quality or character will start working according to the circumstances. So, man becomes a snake, man becomes a tiger, man becomes anything. Even though in shape there, man is becoming any animal type. So, it upsets the growth and value of man. Oh, we have to do one thing. We have to arrest, stopping all the unwanted characters, which is very painful to mankind. Therefore, only very harmonious functions should start. Otherwise, we have to reshape. That is, reshaping function is called yoga. In yoga, we are making the mind very harmonious to man's life. We are making our body harmonious to work according to the need of man. So, this is the wonderful work of the value of our yoga system. Now, here, we have to understand what we are. So far, we can understand what we are. Now, how the mind is working. Simply you are sitting. Thoughts are arising. One after the other, one after other. You don't control. You cannot control. Where it is coming from? Nobody asked it. Who has kept all our deeds and actions in reserve? Nobody knows. But it is a nature. What is gravity? That itself has transformed into universe, and everything transformed one from other, and we have come here. So within everybody, the whole universal functions are contracted. So, in whatever we enjoyed, whatever we thought of, all are qualified as our behavior. Now, we want to understand there are so many thoughts. Let us analyze the six sections. Only from 6 roots all the thoughts are coming when we analyze. Those roots are feelings, need, zeal, action, result, enjoyment, experience. So, first, need. Then habit. When the need arises, we are doing something. That becomes when they continue, that becomes a habit. Need, habit, and sometimes, according to the circumstances, some thoughts are arising. So, circumstances. Then, others' mind, inducement of other mind, new thoughts may come. And then, genetic value. What was the father, mother, or previous? Those characters also will come into thought of our own. Then finally, divine thought. Everybody, whatever he is thinking of God, to understand God, and he is believing that God, that it is according to the thought of God, several thoughts are coming. So, there are only 6 roots. When we understand the 6 roots, we can catch hold of our thought. Where it is coming from, what is the root? Alright. If I put in action, what will be the result? Oh, this result will be painful. I don't want to have. This will give our money. Yes, let us have it. So in this way, to analyze the thought, we can find out which thought is good for us, which thought is bad for us. So we can filter, and that filtering and keeping good things becomes a habit. That only becomes a cultural value of everybody. So that we have to understand the thought. Suppose, what is a need, thought of need. When you are thinking of eating food, so it comes from the appetite. So you are feeling hungry, therefore you are. So it is the root of eating food is only the need. Then sometimes you are not having appetite, but you are thinking of eating food. How it comes? Every day you used to take food at 1 o'clock. You have seen the clock showing 1 o'clock, even though there is no habit, the appetite. Because you saw the clock showing 1 o'clock as a habit. Oh, I have to eat food. I have to eat food. This is according to the habit. Environment. You are going to some festival or so. There, all people are eating something. I have also to eat. This is according to the environmental condition. It is not need also. So, sometimes a person will sell something very, very famous eatable. He thinks when you go there, he may think, oh, this man also will like it. He will purchase. So at once his thought will reflect on you. You will think, oh, I have to eat it. Sometimes, like that, other than thought also is working with us, and hereditary. Our father or grandfather would have got the habit of drinking. Anyhow, that is imprinted in your karmayam, that is genetic center. So, in time, or if there is any chance, you are also taking the habit of drinking alcohol. So, this is the hereditary. And the other is general for all. All have come only from the gravity. So, in time, I have to understand the gravity. I want to know the gravity. I want to enjoy everything from the gravity. Like that, gravity means God. Thought of a God is a divinity. So, need, habit, circumstances, other man's imposition, hereditary and divinity. These are the 6 roots of all the thoughts what we are getting. When we understand where from this thought comes, we can very well analyze. Oh, then everything, every action is having its own result according to the result that is a cause and effect system. So, if I do action with this thought, what will be the result? Whether pain, pleasure, peace or ecstasy. What you need? I don't want all this. I want only happiness and ecstasy. So, you can filter and refuse to go in work, and only the thought which will give good result you can have. Only for that, to analyze the thought, it is very much essential for everybody. Because one may think, what is the bad in thinking something I have to have like that? Once you think, the whole personality is having the same thought, it becomes a habit. It may again and again start working. Then that becomes a habit. When it becomes the thought becomes stronger, then you have to do the action with the thought. So, even the thought itself should be filtered. Therefore, analysis of thought is very much important for mankind, and particularly those who are in yoga system, to regulate one's own personality to the height of the perfection of knowledge. With these words, I conclude my speech, wishing all of you happy, blissful, and peaceful.